Hey everyone, welcome back to Techie Druid. In today's video, I am going to show you how to create one powerful bootable USB that can fix almost any Windows problem. Imagine this, your Windows is corrupted, stuck on a blue screen, not booting, login password forgotten, data deleted, or even infected with viruses. Instead of panicking, all you need to do is plug in a single USB, boot from it, and fix everything. Yes, one USB for everything. This tool is especially useful for IT technicians, computer repair professionals, and even normal users who want to be future-proof. And the best part is, you only need 8 GB pen drive and it's completely free. First, I'll show you how to download and create this bootable USB. Then, I'll boot into and show you what it can actually do. So let's start. Open your browser and go to the website Sergei's tool. I'll put the link in the description. The website is originally in Russian, so don't worry if everything looks confusing. Just right-click on any empty space on the page and click Translate to English. Once translated, look at the left side menu. You will see multiple WinPE options. Choose the English version labeled EMG. On the next page, you'll get multiple download options like Pixel Drive, Google Drive or Mega. You can choose any platform. Before downloading, copy the password shown on the page. You'll need it later to extract the file. Now click Download. The file size is around 3.3 GB, so it may take some time. Once the download is complete, open your Downloads folder. Right-click on the zip file and extract it using 7-zip or WinRAR. When it asks for a password, paste the password you copied earlier and click OK. After extraction, you'll see a folder with multiple files. We don't need all of them. Look for the large ISO file. That's the main WinPE image. You can delete the remaining files. Now that the ISO file is ready, we need to make the bootable USB. For that, download Rufus from its official website. Rufus is one of the most trusted tools for making bootable USB. Once it's downloaded, open Rufus. Now select a USB drive. Then click Select and choose the WinPE ISO file we extracted earlier. After the ISO loads, press Alt and D on your keyboard. This enables both BIOS and UEFI support, so this one USB can boot on almost all old or new PCs. After that, click Start, confirm the warning and wait for the process to complete. Once it finishes, your bootable recovery USB is ready. One more thing, if you try booting this USB on a system where secure boot is enabled, it might not boot. So in that case, you may need to go into BIOS settings and temporarily disable secure boot. Other than that, this single USB will work on almost any Windows PC. Now that the bootable USB is ready, plug it into the PC or laptop where you want to use it and restart the system. During startup, press the boot menu key for your device. From the boot menu, select a USB drive and press Enter. After booting from the USB, you'll see the Windows Boot Manager screen. This is where you choose which Strelec environment you want to start. For modern systems, select WinPE 11 Sergei Strelec, which is the recommended option. If you are working with older hardware, you can choose the WinPE 10 version instead. Once selected, press Enter, and the recovery environment will begin loading. After that, the WinPE desktop will appear. Once the WinPE desktop loads, you'll see a Windows-like interface. From here, you can start using all the recovery, repair, and troubleshooting tools. To access all the tools, just click on the Start button. Go to Programs WinPE. From here, everything is neatly organized into categories, so you don't need to search for anything manually. I'll explain them using real examples, so you know exactly when and why to use each one. Imagine a laptop comes to you that is not booting properly. It's stuck in a blue screen or automatic repair loop, and the user is worried because all their important data is inside. The first thing I do is boot the system using the USB and go to the backup and restore section. From here, I usually open a popular tool like AOMEI Backrupper or Macrium Reflect. Using this, I can access the internal drive, go into the users folder, and take a backup of important folders like desktop, documents, and downloads to an external drive. This step ensures the data is safe before doing anything risky. Once the backup is done, the next thing I check is whether the problem is related to the storage drive. So I move to the hard disk and partition section. Here, tools like Mini-Tool Partition Wizard, Disk Genius, or Easy US Partition Manager help me see the full disk layout. If the C drive is full, partitions are broken, or unallocated space exists, I can resize or repair partitions without data loss. If a partition is missing, this tool can also scan and recover it. After that, I want to confirm whether the hardware itself is healthy. So I open the Diagnostics section. This is where tools like Hard Disk Sentinel and Crystal Disk Info are extremely useful. They show me the exact health and temperature of the SSD or hard drive. If the drive health is poor, I immediately know Windows repair won't help much. I can also use tools like AID A64 or HWINFO to check CPU, RAM, and full hardware details. I also use keyboard or display test tools to rule out hardware faults. Now, let's say the hardware looks fine, but Windows itself is corrupted. In that case, I move to the Windows Recovery and Boot Repair area. Tools like BCD Editor and Windows Recovery Environment help here. From Windows Recovery Environment, I can run Microsoft's advanced diagnostic and recovery tools, including deep system file scans that are much stronger than normal SFC. Many blue screen and boot loop issues get fixed at this stage without reinstalling Windows. If the Windows still doesn't boot properly, I move to the Windows installation section. Using tools like WinNT Setup, I can install Windows directly from an ISO file onto the SSD. The best part is that I don't need a separate Windows bootable pen drive. The installation happens directly from the ISO using the USB. After installing Windows, drivers are usually missing, so I go to the drivers section. Here, tools that automatically install network, chipset, and graphic drivers save a lot of time, especially when system has no internet access initially. Now, suppose during this process, the user tells me they accidentally deleted some important files earlier. Then I go to the data recovery section. Using popular tools like Active Partition Recovery or other recovery utilities, I scan the drive and recover deleted files or even entire partitions. Because Windows is not running, recovery success is much higher. Sometimes the issue is even simpler, like the user forgot their Windows login password. In that case, instead of reinstalling Windows, I go straight to the password reset section. Tools like Simplex Password Reset or Reset Windows Password allow me to remove the login password in seconds. After reboot, Windows will log in normally without asking for any password. If the system is extremely slow due to virus infection, I use the antivirus section. Offline tools like Kaspersky Virus Removal Tool or Dr. Web CureAlt can scan and clean malware without booting into Windows, which makes them very effective. Finally, if the laptop is going to be sold or handed over to someone else, I use the formatting section. Tools like Active Kill Disk permanently wipe the data so data cannot be recovered, which normal formatting cannot guarantee. So this is exactly why I recommend everyone to create this USB at least once. You don't need to remember every single tool or feature. You just need to remember one thing. Whenever something goes wrong with Windows, this USB is the first thing you boot into. From data backup to disk repair, from hardware diagnosis to Windows recovery, password reset, virus removal, and even fresh Windows installation, everything is available in one place. Whether you are an IT technician, a student, or just a normal Windows user, this USB can save you hours of work and sometimes even save your data. Instead of searching random fixes on the internet or reinstalling Windows again and again, you can troubleshoot properly and fix the real problem. If this video helped you, give it a like and share it with anyone who works with computers. Trust me, this is one of those tools that you will be thankful for when something actually goes wrong. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.